and just took down these huge water companies.
Aaron Brockovich.
That's it. And the funny part is that none of them were doing what they were supposed to be doing legally, and they were killing people with cancer. Kids, adults, everybody, and that's all a true story. I think I think some of it's a little bit hyped, obviously. I mean, it's drama. They wanted to make it sell, but that really did happen. So responsible businesses are the ones I like to invest my money in.
Right.
I don't know if that made any sense to you. That whole little tirade I just went on.
Oh no, it makes perfect sense to me.
It does. I mean, because you don't want to invest something that like BP, that don't want to fucking do their pressure checks out in the middle of the fucking ocean, and then tell them somebody to start fucking drilling, and then all of a sudden your fucking whole entire rig explodes. I mean, of course I'm sure they fix that now, but I mean.
Well, what's bad about all this stuff is that our government. Okay, so check this out. So if somebody goes and dumps into the ocean, they dump their chemical waste and shit like that into the ocean, and they get caught. They get fined, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know how much the fine is?
No.
It's like $250,000 per barrel, or something like. No. Check this out. These corporations have billions of dollars, okay? It costs them less to dump in the ocean than it does to dispose of it properly. So are we really doing anything about the dumping? No. Or are we just saying, you know what, fuck the ocean, one day we might make it better, but right now it's more important for us to make that dollar? Well,
me personally, I think it's more important to save the ocean because we'll need that motherfucker years down the road.
Exactly my point. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there are things that are destroying our planet. Now, do I believe in the climate change? Yeah, but the climate naturally goes through changes
on its own.
On its own.
Yeah.
So, and they found that out, and there's a lot of people out there that are finally telling the truth. But
yeah, global warming, and the way the way the environment, not the environment, but just Mother Nature in general, it will go through a change every so many thousands of years or whatever, that it'll fluctuate in temperature, it will fluctuate in magnetic north, south, all that stuff.
Yeah. So they think that we're actually the Earth is turning on its axis, and that we might, this is the latest, that we might actually be rotating our axis, which would mean that the United States would be in the south, and the freaking, the southern hemisphere would be in the north. And that's that the polarities are going to actually switch.
Yep.
So what's funny about this is everybody's fucking freaking out. Oh, it's the end of the world. We're all going to die. Oh my God. They really believe it's already happening. So it's not like one day the whole world's just going to flip and you're going to be on the other side.
No shit. It's happening, but like you say, it's not going to happen in just a day's time. It gives us enough time to adapt to the way it's going to come. I mean, who knows? Antarctica one day might fucking be.
That's the thing, though. But that's the thing, though. Like, it's going to take thousands. Well, not really like thousands more, but it's going to take quite a bit of time between the start and the finish of the shift, the magnetic shift, that you're going to be already acclimated to it, and your children and your children's children and so on and so forth way down the road before it actually happens.
Okay, but if we think about this clinically, I mean, let's just look at this. So clinically, Texas is going to end up, if you flip over the globe, right? Texas will end up in the same spot, but just below the equator instead of above the equator. Is shit really going to change that much? We're just going to be upside fucking down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it really gonna fucking change that much? No.
No.
You know?
No. We end up being a fucking ice state.
It's still gonna be fucking cold where it's supposed to be cold. You know what I mean? And even if it's a slow rotation and we end up underneath the earth, do you think we can't survive? It's still light down there, guys. Have that. You still got fucking heat.
You'll have that, but the other end of that too is the fact that it might throw off migration patterns. It may that kind of stuff. But at the same time, when the whole process starts, you'll see a cooling trend that'll come back into play.
Right, and it's already starting.
Yeah,
that's why it snowed down here in Texas.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
I mean, you'll see a cooling trend in between these two processes, and when that cooling trend hits, I mean that's kind of where, if you go back and look through literally like layers of dirt, you see, really thin layers, really thick layers. And that shows you in those layers, the, cooling, when it was cool or when it was hot or, what you can disseminate all that information from that layer, back so many hundreds of years or hundreds of thousands of years, you'll know what's going to happen. They already know.
They already know what's happening, and but everybody. The thing is though is that they want to scare you with doing the right thing by telling you that it's you know what I mean, telling you that it's environmentally that we're destroying our environment. So essentially, what these really smart people are doing is that they're telling you you're too fucking stupid to do anything that preserves our ecosystems or whatever the case may be, to be environmentally friendly. You're too fucking dumb to be environmentally friendly, so therefore they have to scare your dumb ass into doing the right thing. That's pretty much what's going on.
Yeah, and they are. And, if you look, they're freaking people out over it, of course.
Well, they are, but they're trying to scare the public into behaving correctly.
Right.
Which do I think is the right thing to do? We got some dumb motherfuckers out there.
Yeah.
So do I think it's the right thing to do? I'm not really sure. But sometimes you have to use smoke and mirrors to get people to do the right thing. Because people, there's people out there who naturally cannot do the right thing. They just can't. They have been on the dark side so long they don't know what the light looks like.
No shit.
But technically, though, we shouldn't have to preserve our way of life. We shouldn't have to scare people into behaving correctly. That's my opinion. And really, they're calling everybody a bunch of fucking dumbasses. And do you like being called a dumbass because you don't want to do the right thing? That's up to you. That's on you. But that's my opinion and all that. And if you look at all the facts and all this stuff, and that's my own little idea of what's really going on. That's my own thought process. When you take away all the emotion and all the bullshit, and you look at it for specifically what it's for or what's going on, you start to add this up. Humanity is a bunch of dumb fucks.
Well, we are.
You know what I mean?
We'll take something out of fucking rain. We'll take something stupid and fucking make a big deal out of it real quick.
Right. Now, okay, so check this out. My military information exchange page. Do you know how many people are actually sharing that information out there?
No.
Me and another guy. Everybody else is just sitting there watching it happen. I'm like, really? That's fucking free. You can't simply... You're not paying anything. You're not doing anything. You're not buying the dude's services. You're simply helping him advertise, and it's fucking free for you to do. So you can't fucking share that?
Well.
I don't... See what I mean? It's like, well, what's in it for me? Well, you might be a nice motherfucking person for once. That's what's in it for you, dickhead.
There you go.
Jesus. All right, I'm off my soapbox. But it's that kind of shit. I keep trying to tell people we're here to help other veterans help their businesses grow, stuff like that, because they're veteran owned, they're privately owned by veterans. All we're doing as a team, we're supporting them. You can't talk to them nice like that. I want to get on there and say, look, dumbass, fucking share the shit. Yeah. Does it cost you anything to share that shit on your page, you fucking idiot? What?
That's why I love my big sister.
Jesus, it's a click of a goddamn button. It takes you more than 3 seconds to fucking do it. But you're so self-centered and selfish, you can't see that and go, oh, let me share this. You scroll past it because fuck them. They don't pay my bills. No, they don't. But one day they might be able to help you, dumbass. If they get their business going strong enough, they might be able to give back to the veteran community. Or they might want to hire your fucking stupid ass.
Yep. Sure enough. Yeah,
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I was on my little high horse again. My bad, homies. My little rant.
It needs to be said because it's the damn truth, honestly. I mean, one of the most easiest ways to get things out there nowadays is social media. You know, the people who actually use it as a fucking tool instead of living in a little fucking box. Just saying.
Yeah, but they, and I don't even care if they just want to use it to connect with their friends and loved ones and stuff like that. I don't give a shit. I do the same thing with my social media. I use it for both.
Yeah.
I use it for all of that. And it can be used for all of that. And if you're so fucking selfish that you can't share something to get that person's business out there, then why the fuck did you even join the group in the first place? Because that's what the group is about.
Wow.
Everybody wants somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
That's my problem with the veteran community right now. Everybody wants somebody else to do it.
Exactly.
You don't get shit for nothing in this world, people. If you don't want to participate in the world, you can sit back and fucking slowly die a slow death because that's what's going to happen to you. Nobody's going to give a fuck about you either.
Yeah.
Unless you get involved and become a part of the team. And all this crying out there, well, nobody takes care of me. What are you doing for other people?
What are they doing for themselves, for that matter?
Yeah, but they're not doing, like, they want to whine that nobody's taking care of them. Okay, got that. Nobody's taking care of you. But what are you doing for somebody else? Are you the kind of person that goes out and helps if you can? That does something? If you're not that person, then you better go look in the mirror because nobody's going to fucking help you first, number one, if you don't help yourself and if you don't help others because they're going to see you as a user.
Yep.
And that's how I see people like that. If I'm putting out my fucking neck for them, but they don't come back and help me, they're a goddamn user. I got nothing to do with them. I have no need for them. You got to be a part of the team. Nobody wants somebody sitting back living off of their hard work and everything that they're trying to accomplish. Nobody wants that person hanging onto their coattails. They want them to help them move forward as well. It is a give and take world, guys. The universe gives to you, but you got to give back to it. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Don't be sorry. You preaching truth there, sis. You preaching truth.
That's just the way I feel about it. And you know what? Honestly, a lot of people feel like me. And I've got a few on there that actually do share some stuff, which I'm really grateful for. I haven't even put my business up there yet. You know that? I'll put Dangerous Grounds up there, but I haven't put mine. It didn't have anything to do with me specifically. It had for me to help the veterans, but fuck it. I don't know if I even want to continue. I might just terminate it if people don't start using it properly. I'll just fucking end it. Whatever. I'm not going to put my heart and soul into something and have everybody just ignore why it's there in the first place.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the radio shit though too. I mean, there's some of the some of the sponsors need to
step
up and put some shit on their pages and whatnot. So
start promoting us because we promote them on a regular basis. It's just the way it is. It's not that we don't love them or we don't appreciate them wanting to be a sponsor, but sponsorship means that you actually support that group and you share information because they share your information. Yeah. Otherwise, if you don't want to have to do anything, then usually what you do is you donate money for that business to get busy. if you don't want to share. But those, that's a give and take world. There's no one-sided shit in anything.